Hello, Cheryl here, the No Sugar Coach. Welcome to video number 6 of my Feast on Wellness series. This is week number 2 of being back on the carnivore diet. It's my second time around and I'm doing things differently. I'm being particularly attentive to a few things this time that I was sort of being loosey-goosey about in my first previous 90-day carnivore experience. I got sloppy, and this may have been why I didn't lose much weight in those 90 days. So first of all, I have reduced how much dairy I'm eating, and once the last of the cheese is consumed, there's still some cheese in the fridge. I will avoid it altogether. So I just couldn't see myself throwing out perfectly good food. But by next week, I will be completely dairy free. Feel free to send up a little prayer for me. I truly believe that it's going to make a big difference to my weight loss efforts. Also, I had to kind of remind myself that the primary energy source on the carnivore diet is fat. It is not protein, and I was forgetting that. It's crucial that while we're on the carnivore diet, that we prioritize fatty cuts of meat and that we, have animal fats like butter and tallow, lard, duck fat, bacon drippings, that sort of thing, because we need about 75 to 80% of the calories coming from fat on a carnivore diet. So by eating enough fat, it helps with hormone balance, energy and absorption of fat soluble vitamins. And I don't think I was doing that very well. So now I'm starting to track. And for instance, if I'm going to eat a chicken breast, which is very lean, I'm going to have to add, plenty of fat to it so that I get the proper balance that I need. And the only way that I can see managing the right ratios is by tracking what I eat. So I really like using the Cronometer app, Cronometer, Cronometer. It's a really good app and it's very accurate and it's easy to use. And there's a free version that you can find online. Now, also, another thing that I'm doing differently this time around is my portion sizes have to be smaller. I mean, because it does me no good to eat like someone who's much taller, younger, and more active than I am. So, kind of gone is my belief that I can just eat all the meat I want and that my intuitive eating will save me from eating too much. It would appear that my intuitive abilities don't quite reach my tummy. So this time around, I'm going to follow some important guidelines. Now, keeping in mind my height, my age, and daily activity levels, I know that I personally need about 1,500 calories for weight loss on the carnivore diet. And it looks like I need about 75 grams of protein per day. This idea is to aim for at least 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of ideal body weight. Do this daily. And of course, if you're built differently than I am, those numbers are going to be different. Now, if I look at, just to simplify things, if I look at beef, 75 grams of protein from cooked beef amounts to about 10 to 12 ounces. So assuming 3 meals, I'd be looking at about 4 ounces of cooked beef at each meal, which is about 900 calories. Then I would need to make up the remainder of those 1,500 calories with fat. So to reach 75 to 80% of calories from fat with 75 grams of protein from beef, I would need to add about 80 grams of pure animal fat, which adds up to about 600 calories. So the 900 calories from the protein and 600 calories from the fat gives me that 75 to 80% that I'm looking for. So of course, this would need to be adjusted based on the fattiness of the chosen cuts of meat, which is another reason to track until until I get the hang of this. I'm sure I'm not going to have to track all the time. Once I know what I need and I see a pattern, then I'll just follow that daily, and life should get pretty easy. Um, yeah, so I'll be starting I'll start sharing photos on I have a Facebook page for No Sugar Coach, and my plan is to start sharing photos and details of my meals there. So I've provided a link to that page in the notes below. So feel free to join me because I'd love to hear from you there. Yeah, so I'm going to keep you posted on this Carnivore 2.0 version and let you know how I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't have much else to say in this video. If you have not yet signed up for my free No Sugar Weekly newsletter, you should do that right now. I've added a link in the notes below. You know, ideally, you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel or visit nosugarcoach.com, my website. So until then, eat well, as always, be kind to yourself, and keep a smile on your face. Bye bye.